Hi everyone, today we're going to be doing Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 5, Episode 8, and then I got my notes. And yet again, Kenya has somehow managed to make this, basically the whole episode, all about her. So when the show, started off where it left off, at, Kenya doing her Gone with the Wind twirl, back to her room, and off in the hoof. She's there telling Walter, these girls are coming for me, I don't know why. Me and Portia got into it, she called me a tramp, and yeah, I harmlessly flirted with some guys, and he's like just giving her answers, just like, okay, yeah, you flirt, you was probably trying to networking, but how is ask a man for his sperm networking? Do you have some sperm bank that we do not know about, Kenya? Okay. Yes, and Kenya, she's going on her spout about how she is an important, about her part in history. So I guess she's up there with airplanes, walking on the moon, the President Obama getting elected and reelected, and Kenya Moore, becoming Miss USA. According to her. I guess in the pageant world she's big, but I'm not that big on pageants. Don't hate me for that or get mad at me. I didn't know that she was Miss USA. I seen her in a few movies, Waiting to Exhale. She was some dude's girlfriend, and on Deliver Us. No, was she on Deliver Us from Eva? I think she was in that too. But other than that, I didn't know Kenya Moore. So I guess she is. I guess to her, she's an important part of history. Maybe to some people, she is. Okay. So the next morning, Nene, she goes up there. She claims she needs some hairspray, but she just want to go over and tell Candy what happened the night before. She's like, "Child, you missed it." Candy's like, "I'm sorry, I was tired." She's like, "Yes." Kenya and Portia got into it. Words got exchanged. It went down. Candy's mad because she done missed the drama. And I guess Candy, if a fight's gonna happen, she want to be there to see it. She don't want to get word what happened. She want to see it with her own two eyes. And in the situation, both Portia and Kenya were wrong. Portia, she was basically stating how she felt about how Kenya was acting at her grandfather's charity event. Kenya, she's like, "No, I was not acting like that." Jumped up, they had a fight, and she did her twirl, her Gone with the Wind, fabulous. Yes. More words were exchanged. Portia called her a tramp, which I'm not saying that Kenya's a tramp, but she had tramp tendencies. The way she's been shamelessly flirting in front of every man, even though her boyfriend is sitting an elbow away. So yeah. So all the ladies like, hey, me and our husbands and boyfriends, or for Kenya, that boyfriend can't. She got a man. Anyways, we all gonna go horseback riding, and we finna go out. We're gonna have a good time. Kenya's like, "Oh no, ladies, fellas, y'all go out to the little van, bus. Wait, me and the ladies, we need to talk. I need to apologize to Portia." Which, it was not really an apology. She kept on interrupting when Portia's like, "No, that's not what happened. You got up in my face because of this." So basically, Kenya spent 20 minutes on what she thought was an apology, and she felt she should get one back. But if you're not really apologizing, I'm not going to apologize back to you. Because that's how I felt at the time. Now, at some point when I think, yeah, I should apologize, I will. But I'm not going to apologize after you done gave me this half apology with non-apology. We didn't spend 20 minutes. We could have been off doing something. But you gave this long monologue of what you thought was an apology. So they're all out on this like block of wood that fits a table and about 8 chairs. Sorry, it is raining like no other in the background, so I'm trying to talk loud. Yeah. So it's a block of wood on top of water, and they're eating on it. Now every time the wave hits, the block of wood gets to rocking. Me, I would not appreciate that, because if I'm eating, I want my feet to be dry. I don't need a whole bunch of movement going on. Yes. So Kenya thinks this is time and the place to hand Cynthia this book that Vanessa Williams and her mother wrote. And she went on to that how Cynthia asked her, did you become Miss USA before or after Vanessa Williams? So Kenya took offense to this because Vanessa Williams is her idol apparently. And that was nasty. But anyways, so apparently her and Vanessa Williams, they are best good friends like Forrest and Bubba. So she thought it was her duty to give Cynthia this book. And it was kind of shady. And I think the book was called like Just So You Know. And everybody felt that, like, really? You just gonna do that right here and now? You couldn't have just let it go, but you want to take it there. Okay, so Cynthia, she accepted, but like, I'm gonna read it from front to back, but this does seem somewhat shady. And she let that be known. So all the women and men, they all lovey-dovey up on each other. Kenya's sitting there just like, Walter, he's eating his food, drink like, oh, you need a kiss. Okay, let me give you a kiss on the cheek. So she's feeling what I think is somewhat embarrassed. Because she's forcing Walter to show her love. When Walter is clearly not here for Kenya, but in Kenya's mind, and she's staying in character, this is my boyfriend, we should be acting like this. So, Kenya and Cynthia, they get discussing how Kenya was acting at the Bailey agency, and Cynthia's like, I just want to get this out. You was rude. You was coming in as a guest. You're supposed to sit there, give your comments. You didn't need to be rude, talking about cooch crack and back crack and all that stuff. You did not need to do that. I had girls coming to me talking about they've never been embarrassed like that in their life, which I felt Kenya on that. I felt Cynthia on that. Kenya should have politely pulled the girl to the side, like, excuse me, young lady, whatever your name is. This what you have on is kind of inappropriate for this kind of setting. So, for future references, please wear a bikini that covers everything up. Okay, pulled her off to the side. You didn't have to embarrass her in front of the whole panel and just go on about that. Kenya's like, oh, we going through this again. She got falling on the floor like she a 3-year-old child who could not get no candy while the mama took them to Target. She was acting all kind of crazy. Nene and Candy noticed this, so they go over there to see what's going on. But by then, Kenya's laughing it off like she just didn't roll around on the ground like that. That was odd. So, it's everybody, they sitting at the table eating. Peter thinks about himself, like, yes, going around and telling everybody how he appreciates them, and like, Walter. Little Birdie was like, hey, you got 3 days. Excuse me. You have 3 days to propose. We about to leave tomorrow, so you got about 12 hours. He looked like, who said that? I ain't getting married. And he's like, Kenya said it. I was like, Needy, really? But yeah, Needy was being messy, but it was a good kind of messy. Because Walter was like, you been telling people we getting married? You know they're supposed to be fake. Girl, what you doing? So he's like, let me clarify some things. We did discuss getting married, but I didn't say that we was going to get married today. I discussed eloping, but ain't like I want to get married now. So Kenya's looking all kind of hurt. Candy's looking like, oh my goodness, this is very awkward. I don't know what to do. So everybody explaining how they got engaged. Apparently Nene and Greg, they got married going down the highway, test driving a car. I think Mercedes or BMW she wanted. And he was like, you want to marry me? She's like, yeah. Alright, this your car. Get your rings at the altar. Phaedra and Apollo wanted to put a ring in the drink, which I wouldn't want my ring to go in my drink, and I'm drinking it. So it's like, yeah, you can choke on it, swallow it, and your ring gone. And he's like, let me put it in my mouth and we can kiss. She didn't know what it was, spit it out. Then when she realized what it was, oh yeah, it's fine. Peter proposed to Cynthia, and Nene was there, had all her friends come out, and that was good. So Candy, she does not want to know how Todd's going to propose. She wants to be surprised. And I was like, okay, Walter, if you would happen to propose, how would it be done? He's like, okay, at a basketball game at the Jumbotron. Kid's like, I don't want that. But the way you asked it, y'all could be taking out trash, and he say, will you marry me? And you would. But okay. So now she cannot go to a basketball game without her thinking they're gonna get married, which, you know, they've already broken up by now, so she don't have that to worry about. So, Batman, oh yeah. Yeah, earlier Walter was just like, you know, I'm through with this. I'm tired of acting like this. It was supposed to be a nice little vacation, but you throwing this marriage thing down, and you taking the script a little too far. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this much longer. So as everybody was sitting there talking about their engagements, Kenya decides to go walk off. She's no longer hungry. Walter goes behind her and she's like, we discussed this. We said it's gonna be that we were gonna get engaged and get married and elope. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. So she storms off. She's sitting out in the middle of some grass field, just sitting there. I'm assuming she was waiting for somebody to come and ask how she's doing, which that was, I guess, Phaedra's role to do. Come find out what's wrong with her, because apparently Kenya is a damsel in distress. So Phaedra's like, hey girl, you can't pressure a man to getting married with you. But he's ready, he will ask you. Until then, just sit back and relax. But y'all know Kenya don't want to do that. So that was basically the gist of the episode. I hope everybody has a happy holiday season. And I'm sorry, but I guess I'm getting kind of sick. It's raining like cats, dogs, monkeys, and squirrels outside. So hopefully this new lighting that I got, y'all can see me. So that was yesterday's video. I want to thank all my subscribers and all the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.